Lepo pozdravljeni vsi.
Hello, greetings everyone. Today I have followed what we have heard until this moment, and I was very surprised to see what has been done already. Mitja has already mentioned, traditionally in your event he is presenting the importance of AI within the lifelong learning, so I would thank you for the invitation. Definitely Mitja is the one who could better present something that Slovenia mentioned to set up at the international initiative. However, something that has not existed in the world so far. This is the establishment of the first international research center in the field of AI within the scope of UNESCO. I am the General Secretary for the Slovenian Committee of UNESCO. You can see it on the photo. I am not employed at the center, but I am closely connected with its operation, with its work. And what has happened recently, we have a new center. I will try to share the screen. I will present some photos. I will be shorter, brief presentation.
Na eno konferenco, ki jo organizira UNESCO,
attend another conference organized by UNESCO Institute for Digitalization with a seat in Russia, in Moscow, and traditionally they organize annual conferences in the field of impact of digitalization and AI on development of society and other stakeholders, institutes, governments, and so forth. And there I will have a good opportunity to present the work of our center. So briefly from the history, I've just told you that the center was officially established at October 2nd, 2020. This was the result of a successful cooperation of Slovenia in the field of free accessible educational sources, which is definitely a very important factor and which was mentioned by Mitja in his presentation in the field of learning, education and lifelong learning as well. 4 years ago, Slovenia hosted the World Congress on these free accessible sources. It was a very successful conference. Colleagues from UNESCO visited our colleagues, Mitja and other colleagues at the Institute of Jožef Stefan, asking them how it looks in Slovenia with the development of AI, and they were able to introduce decades-long tradition with their experience, with their research in the field of AI development in 1970s, and that was recognized by UNESCO as a leading achievement globally, a very representative experience, and they asked if they could not establish a center for AI under the framework of UNESCO. They contact us, and we were able to convince our government. It was not a hard job to do that. There were a lot of interest and support from previous governments already, and we proposed the establishment of such center to UNESCO. It takes time to go through all the process, through the application, through the decision-making bodies in UNESCO, and at the end of 2019, the General Conference of UNESCO, at its conference, all the countries from the world have supported, without reservation, with huge support, the establishment of the center.
The government ratified the agreement at the end of summer last year, and for this reason, the official establishment was only in December last year. Why Slovenia? The tradition and the history of research and dealing with artificial intelligence goes back to the 70s. The institute, the Josef Stefan Institute, started to work on this topic, as well as the Faculty of Electrical Engineering and other technical faculties. I'm not sure how many researchers there are. Sometimes they mention the number of 2,000, some 2,000 researchers active in artificial intelligence. As per capita, we are definitely ranked very high. And what is this center about? It's an international, global center, not only crosses the borders of Slovenia, but other borders as well, and has been operating globally. This needs to be outlined, so this is not a Slovenian institution, although it is hosted at the Josef Stefan Institute. And this center will provide space and environment where not only researchers are present or technology. Mainly it is seeking solutions in artificial intelligence to attain the United Nations objective of sustainable development. There is a number of experts and stakeholders from all over the world, and there have been 3 or 4 areas of content where activities are performed, from artificial intelligence and its impact on economy, education. And this center will support the attainment of sustainable development objectives. This is the purpose of this organization. Once I finish, I will post a link. We call it IRCAI. This is based on the English name, International Research Center for AI. We've received great response from all over the world. We waited a bit for the health situation to improve, and IRCAI had its opening event virtually at the end of March. We hoped for the hybrid event. We wanted the Director General of UNESCO to visit us, but it was not feasible. Yet we hope this will be repeated in the future soon. But today I can see that there are almost 100 participants of this conference, and IRCAI managed to attract more than 1,000 participants from all over the globe. We were supported, although not in physical terms, the Director General of the UNESCO. 2 ministers of our government joined us, and this opening ceremony provided the stakeholders interested in cooperation with the center a good picture of the existing cooperation. So we received responses from 60 countries with concrete names These are our contact points in these countries, usually experts from research institutions, universities or ministries, governments. So this is a very good indication of this start-up of the center. Still some homework to do so that the capacities will be fully utilized. We of course have to stick to the international commitments. We will set up a leading institution, a committee with international representatives from different institutions. This will pose no problem to us. IRCA actively cooperates with UNESCO, OECD, World Health Organization, Global Partnership for AI, European Union, the Council of Europe, Committee for Artificial Intelligence, the African continent. For example, we cooperated in the establishment of some startups, and so on and so forth. So this is already in place and will be further developed. In the chat box, I will post the link. I hope it is of interest to you, and we believe that based on the agreement with the ministry, in the future we will be able, I'm not sure this can be done during our presidency, but still we would love to organize a conference here in Slovenia. We will invite stakeholders from different sectors and parts of Slovenian society. You will be informed of this event through the Slovenian Institute for Adult Education. And there are some activities already implemented, demonstrating the seriousness of this center. Our colleagues managed to develop an application at the onset of this pandemic. This application is still functioning. In real time, it shows the development of the virus globally, regarding the infections, fatalities, using several dimensions, showing how it spreads. It also illustrates media coverage on the consequences, also in real time. This means that application was faster or a step ahead compared to applications developed by the Hopkins University, for example. So this is a very good example. And then we also have a similar technology, various events going on globally. For example, your conference is present in media, in social media or internet. This program will identify it, and there will be a link available in Slovenian or English language. So this captures the entire world, so you can read news in Chinese, Italian, French or any other language from any corner of the world. World Health Organization and other organizations are our partners. organized the so-called digital twin. I won't go into detail. At the EU level, which provided financial resources, a platform was developed, adjusting to the needs of a learner, for example, who wants to plan their path, their educational path. When taking a decision on studying mathematics, but for example, this person is also interested in forestry or civil engineering, this application, through the use of artificial intelligence, will assist this learner. It will present different options that can adapt to the needs of the learner. So this is a very nice example, not directly linked to the Artificial Intelligence Center, but is operating within it. We also have videolectures.net available, where through licenses you can listen to lectures from all over the world. If this is recorded based on prior agreement, it could be available to all those interested. More such cases, of course, but I will wrap up saying that the center in principle is being established. It is operational. A lot of good examples to share, cases to share. We feel that this center is riding around a high wave, and with the assistance of all of us and the state, the government is providing us the support, and our presidency to the European Council is ahead of us, and we managed to present this center very well. We identified the interest on the side of the European Commission, and therefore I am sure that this center will be a story of success. And one of its aims is also to help other regions to found similar thematic regional centers, such as, for example, artificial intelligence in education. Some countries, some states have already expressed their interest. And secondly, IRCAI could be a reference point, establishing maybe not only one or several international or regional networks of states or institutions or companies in the field of artificial intelligence. So this is one of the main objectives of the center regarding the global cooperation. I hope that you are all also interested, and at this point I will end my presentation. So the link has already been added into the chat box, and of course I am available for any contacts or information. If you want to know more, we are open. And I would like to thank the organizers for the invitation. After the break, Luka Omladic is on the program, an important member of a task force of experts within the UNESCO, drafting the UNESCO recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence, and currently the UNESCO states have been coordinating this draft, which hopefully will result in a good wording with good maneuvering space for discussing this topic. Thank you for your attention and, of course, for the invitation as well.